Morning, everybody. I thought I'd film this morning's update or today's update from St. Luke's. You can see Jesus behind me with his hands raised over us all, and I think that's a image of how God is at the moment, with his hands of blessing raised upon us, his hands of prayer and intercession raised over us. And at this time where there's a lot going on, a lot of confusion, it's important that we keep our focus on Christ as our foundation, as our hope, as God who is in control and has been God who is faithful during pandemics in the past, during wars, during disasters, during times when the people have gone, what on earth is going on? Times when the church has gone, we don't know what to do, or that. And God is still God over all, regardless of whether the church is shut. It's a bit strange. Normally at this time on a Thursday morning, the church would be packed with kids and parents. It would be noisy, far too noisy for me to record a video, and lots going on. But it's silent and quiet and dark at the moment. But even in this darkness, God is still there. Jesus is still present. I've been thinking a lot, don't panic, just a dry throat. I've been thinking a lot about Sabbath at the moment and Sabbath rest. Although my diary is empty, it hasn't felt like much of a rest. We've been going, doing updates, planning contingency plans and such like. But as this season gets longer, and particularly if we go into even tighter restrictions, it's going to very much be a season of Sabbath rest. Many of you may have seen the pictures from Venice of the canals clearing and of the air clearing and such, as kind of the world almost goes into a Sabbath rest, an enforced one. And in the scriptures, the Sabbath is a time for people to rest, to renew. People had a Sabbath from work weekly on a Saturday in Jewish times, during which times there was no work done except emergency work. There was no kind of activity apart from prayer, studying the scriptures and spending time with the people in our immediate family or who are around us, a time to pray, a time to build up. But also the country had a Sabbath rest and the farms had a Sabbath rest. They had periods of time where there was nothing going on, no activity, time for the world to rest. And our society is one that is not very good at rest, one that can be a bit frantic, lots going on. And so actually in some ways it's good that we're being forced to take this time of Sabbath rest. Obviously it's not good that people are getting sick, people are suffering, people are losing their livelihoods. That's not good. But every cloud can have a silver lining, and that sense of rest for our culture, for our society, for us as individuals, can be a blessing for us. So I encourage you during these next few days and weeks to take time to Sabbath rest, to study the scriptures, to spend time in prayer and worship, to spend time with those close to us, and to know that above all that is going on, God is with us. His hands of blessing and love and compassion are over us. And Jesus is our sure foundation, the same yesterday, today, and forever. So, let us continue to pray. Let us continue to practice love of our neighbour through sharing things, through calling those who might be at risk, might be isolated, vulnerable, and let us continue to take this time and to see what God might be teaching us during this time. Hopefully tomorrow's update will be from St. Mark's.